Sumptuous day. Welcome to the Particle Accelerator podcast. I'm Tom, and with me is my co-host John. Say hi, John.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name's John. We're here to talk about all your favorite CW shows and the like, and we have a special treat for you.
We have our brand new co-host and fellow, Arrowverse lover, Zach. He is here.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, Zach.
Hello, I'm Zach, as Tom just said.
Yay,
I like
Zach.
comic books and games, and I'm here to bullshit about it with these guys.
Yay, Zach. He's the best.
Yeah, only took him
Sometimes.
4 years.
4 years, really though.
In my defense, it
He
wasn't
had
4
to watch
years.
Friends with his girlfriend. No,
I didn't
I'm
wanna do
kidding.
that.
Sorry, I'm kidding.
It
All
was
right.
to keep the girlfriend happy kind of thing.
Hell yeah. But anyways, well, we had our pre-show. It was awesome. Did it live. We're actually recording this show live right now. Having a few drinks of wine, and
Yes.
and we're gonna start talking about some of our favorite superheroes of the CW. And I totally was on the wrong page. I was on my Arrow page, and I was like, wow,
Ew.
that's not Supergirl at all.
You can't skip ahead like that.
Yeah, I know,
For
right?
this
Skipping
first
ahead, skipping
episode.
ahead. So what do we got,
I'm
John?
just working
Lead us
off.
off again. Start us off again. I always say I'm the host, but I always make John start off for some reason.
John,
So
Yeah,
John,
break the ice.
break
I'm the
the
host.
ice.
But do the work. No,
Hell
I do
yeah,
like nothing
I
here.
love it.
But so my first point for Supergirl, word for word, is how many drinks did it take? Like, was it just the one? How
Well,
many drinks does it take to get it? Like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a car?
well,
pot?
okay. Are you asking how many drinks does it take to get Kara to the point where she was at the DEO?
Yeah. Like,
Or how many drinks do you take to get Kara, like, what do you, yeah,
It's-
to the point where she was at when she was at the DEO and she was like falling down and like, oh, you're wonderful. How many drinks did it take to get there?
Yeah, like but did she have any more drinks in between the one that we saw her drink live and then between that and the DEO?
She had to
It's
have
just the
because
one.
no, Monel went off to go get another round for them, and she cleaned up the glass. You remember?
Oh,
Well, you also have to think who you're asking that question to. If you're asking like a rehab kind of person, they'd be like, well, how many shots are in it? What's the alcoholic content?
Well,
that kind of stuff, too.
Well, they were one shot. They were like a shot. The first drink
You
at
think
least
they were
was
one
that shot.
shots?
The first drink was. That's the equivalent to one shot at a bar. For sure. That was definitely one shot. If you ever go
Yeah.
to a bar, their shot glasses are not like shot glasses that we have in our house.
you gotta
Yeah,
also
true.
remember
Can't
though,
say I've been to a bar, though.
it takes like that was her first time actually being drunk. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so she
Monel
probably
was
has low
definitely
tolerance.
drinking before then. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
she walked up, they got 2 drinks from the giggly alien that was flirting with Monel. And then they started drinking. It was how many drinks do you think it took?
Right.
I don't know. I think they only probably had 2.
Well, from personal experience, when I started drinking, it only took me about 4 or 5 drinks to get drunk. So I'd probably say about the 3 to 4 drinks, like you said.
See, I don't see when I first started drinking, it took me a couple drinks. The first time I drank, the second time I drank, it took me like 1.5. I was just blitzed. It was ridiculous. So I'm thinking she only had the 2.
I think she only had like 2. If she had a third one, she maybe had a third one, but I'm pretty sure she only had 2. It only took one. She offered the first one to, like, for the training or whatever, and then, she offered the first one for training, and then after that, she was drunk, so she wanted more. She was like, "Absolutely, I'm ready to party." So maybe she had a couple more. Who knows? She could have been white girl wasted for sure, and just like, "I want more." That
Yeah,
kind
that's
of thing.
usually how they get their first time.
Usually how I get every time.
Yeah, it's true. I'm not an alcoholic until I'm already drunk.
So I got a question. Okay, so Kara did that, the bet to make, for so she could train Mon-El. But wasn't Mon-El like the guard's king or the king's guard or whatever, the prince's guard? Why does he need to train? Like, I don't understand why he needs to train if he was already a guard for like.
That's what it like made me giggle when I heard that, because then when she caught him later in the episode and he was like working his muscle for hire, I was like, he doesn't need training. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he was
Like,
beating the shit out of
Well,
that guy. Like it
I
was
don't know.
nothing.
Beating the crap out of somebody who, is not very strong is pretty easy. You know what I mean? So if being a muscle for hire for people who have a gambling problem it couldn't be that bad, because people with a gambling
It
problem
was an
probably
alien, and he did take quite a few punches from a Kryptonian. So I
He's
mean,
not
he
Kryptonian,
might have
he's
been more than
Daxamite.
BCI. Oh, true. Sorry, my bad.
and Zach's fired, guys. You will not see
Yeah,
him.
I'm already off the.
Zach's
I'm
fired.
already off the podcast.
No, but he's gotta. He has to have at least some training, because even if he was, say, like he was just some citizen on Daxam, he wouldn't know how to fight like that. He might be super strong, but like I don't think he would just go apply to be a muscle for hire. Like, I think
It's
he
probably
has
the only
some
thing he knows how to
training.
do is a little bit of muscle.
Exactly.
He was a security guard, but he doesn't know how to fight as well as somebody who works for the DEO, maybe.
Yeah.
True.
Well, yeah, and we gotta think, Kara's still like a baby when it comes to like training and fighting, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like her sister can still whip her ass, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, totally.
Her sister, though.
Mm.
Before I jump into my next point,
Alex
though,
is
I
awesome.
want to ask. I wanted to ask Zach, what's your first point? Because I never get to ask that question, because Tom always makes me go first.
My first point was Alex came out. That's awesome. I have more to it, but I think I will save it because
Yeah,
it kind of goes what happens at the end of the episode.
At that point in time when Alex did come out to Kara, I felt like Kara did not comfort her sister
Take it
as
very
much as she.
well.
I feel like no, I feel like Kara should have comforted her sister a little
Yeah,
bit more.
she
I was
kinda
like, "That's
distanced
your
herself.
sister, man. What are you doing, dude? You're supposed to be like, I got you, you know." But instead,
part-
she's like, "I don't understand. I just don't get it."
See, that part confused me, because I could, like, after watching that a couple of times, like, because my brother, sister, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call, she's transgender. Like, so when she told me that, I was like, okay. I kind of reacted like Kara. I was like, I don't know how to, like, is this supposed to make me feel different about you? I didn't see anything wrong with the way Kara reacted.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm trying to figure out why Alex is all upset over here. Because, like, she didn't even get 2 words out, and Alex was like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Walked
Yeah,
off.
she did. She did kind of overreact too. But I feel like I feel okay. So like when she was like, "I don't want to talk about it anymore," and walked off, Kara just kind of sat down, and just gave up. Like, why? She really wanted you to go fucking talk to her. You know what I mean?
That could be it, yeah.
So
Yeah, she really
I mean,
distanced
I mean,
herself
if
from it.
yeah,
I know a lot of women who do that, so.
It was kind of like when it was a problem she didn't want to deal with at that moment, kind of thing. When she was talking to her about it, they got plenty of other things to worry about with all the aliens and whatnot.
So
I have
true.
a theory on where that whole Alex being a lesbian situation's going, though.
go for it.
Oh,
Oh, it has to deal with
I think I
DC
got an
Legends.
idea. Yeah, I'm gonna say I figured it'd be
Oh,
our girl.
in the
yo.
crossover, we get the
Yo.
Sarah thing.
Yo,
I hope so. That's gonna be so awesome.
Hey, that actually follows into one of my points I have for DC Legends. Hey, they're working out pretty well.
Dude, if that does happen, though, like, if they actually kiss on camera,
I'd be so happy.
I'd be
Like,
so
go Sarah,
happy.
go Sarah.
Like, yeah, do it. But no, the next point I have has nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing. It is actually about when the bug crawls from that guy's mouth to his
Yeah.
ear. I almost threw up. Like,
Oh,
that is what I hate things touching my
Parasitis
ear.
alienus.
Yeah,
Parasitis alienus. From the
purple
Agon,
people eater.
Yeah, the
Ang,
purple people.
from the what is it?
Yeah.
Angon system, something like that.
I actually shouldn't say this to you, but I didn't even bother to look up what that infection might have been, or the parasite was.
Parasitis
I didn't even look at that.
alienus. It's a alien parasite from the Angon system. That's what he
I'm
said.
gonna look that up.
It absorbs the power of other
And it
things by coming
absorbs
in
the
contact
power of
with it.
things and turns into a giant fucking monster. That's crazy as hell.
I had a question about that though. So like they knew how he functioned. Like he absorbs power by coming in contact with things. But how did Kara just kind of wake up from a coma and be like, "Wait a minute, I know what to do," and went and like could have blown him up and like decimated a city and was like, "Oh nah." Like when did she get that smart to know how to deal with him?
Well, she had the theory that too much power is, a bad thing. So she got, what was it? She got
It was like Platon.
plutonium
20,
239,
20. Yeah.
plutonium
But like
239, and made him absorb all of it and exploded him. But like, yeah, I understand. It should
like
have like, where's the radiation? Where's all of that? Where's the? Yeah, I understand. If he
she could
absorbed
have
that much radiation, he should have exploded and radiated the whole area. But I don't know.
easily done that, and she's just like, and they even warned her and told her that he could have done that. She's like, "No, I trust my gut." Like that's not something you just trust your gut on.
Yeah, and how she got out of the coma so fast was the red sun. She
Yeah,
was
they were
laying
in
in
some
red
like
sun rays.
she was in a tanning bed.
Yeah, basically. What about the way that John Jones though? How do
Yes,
John
I
Jones and having
Uh,
what's her name?
blood
The
transfusion.
blend
I don't know.
transfusion with the white alien. How do you think that's gonna
I was like,
affect?
I don't know. I just saw his hand twitch, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah, he
God,
was shaking.
Yeah.
He was
he's gonna
shaking.
get." I think one of two things are gonna happen. He's either gonna get her memories, or he's gonna like mutate into a white Martian, and
No,
then
I
he's
don't
gonna,
think
he's
he'll
gonna
mute.
find out one way or
He's
another.
gonna find out for sure. He's got all of it. But I think that like, well, that's my one of my thoughts was like, can white Martian and green Martian blood mix? Like, is that a thing? Are they allowed to do? Because like they're completely different like physiologies. You know what I mean? It's like it's not
Yeah.
like if a black person and a white person had to transmit blood to each other. As long as they have the same blood type, it's fine. But these have different bone structures, different everything, you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
like, is the blood gonna affect them differently?
I bet you it is, and this actually has to do with the preview. So if you watch the preview for Supergirl, there's a
Yes.
scene in there just real quick where John kicks Supergirl like across the room, and he's like, "It's time you die." I'm wondering if it makes him like more violent.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, it
because
might.
white Martians are very, very violent.
Oh yeah.
So
I didn't
that might
notice
be a
that at
thing.
all. I was all about Guardian. I'm fanboying over Guardian over here. Like,
I didn't even have that written
Yeah.
down. I just remembered that.
oh my
Look
God,
at that.
nice. Yeah, I don't. I was fanboy. I fanboyed over Guardian way too hard to not even notice that.
Zach, I'm surprised you haven't brought up what I thought you were gonna say yet.
Ha! I win.
Well, he still
You
has time.
well,
We still have time. Let
well,
it
no, because
happen.
it's my next point.
Oh, I'm just jumping around.
Oh, it's my next, I guess, relevant point. If we go back to
Let's hear it.
Alienus,
El
Frederick,
Alienus Pranus in the anus.
some in the anus.
Alienus Panus in the anus.
Well,
Penis in the anus.
Parasectus alienus. The
yeah, that guy,
Yes.
alien parasite.
The purple people eater. I like
purple
that better.
people eater.
Yep.
When he attacked the second person he attacks, do you remember who that is, Zach?
It's I don't remember her name, but he was in charge of the university or whatever he was working at, wasn't it?
No, it was the I can't remember his name from Friends, but he's from Friends.
Oh no shit. Well, now
I
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I was
I
taking
got
the
here.
notes on it, and I was like, wait a minute. The reason Zach was behind is because of Friends. That's kind of funny. So yeah, I think he played a Joe. No, not Joey, and it wasn't Ross. Who's the other?
The one that's always making the jokes.
He's got like brown hair.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. Hang on here.
You'll figure it
This
out.
is entirely irrelevant. Yeah, this is just kind of my tracking. I like tracking voice actors and
You guys are
actors. Is kind of
funny.
my thing.
Well, I thought it was a
No, but I
good
didn't notice that.
note to take.
He's
Yeah, how did you not
he's a lot
notice that?
older though.
He
I
did a
mean, now
really
that you
good
say
job,
it, I
though.
can see it, but like, he's a lot older, so like, I wasn't really paying, close. I wasn't
That
like looking
close
at that, you know what I
attention.
mean?
He blurred
Except
out
for
this
when you
episode
found out
because
that
the
Damien Dark
reminder.
was the bartender or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's the bartender. In fact, I was
Yeah.
able to catch a minute character like that, but then I don't catch a main character of another series.
No,
It's whatever.
this isn't no main character. That was a main character. This is a minute character, so don't feel
No, a
bad.
main character in Friends.
So
Yeah,
don't feel
he
bad.
played like one of the
Don't
main
feel bad.
characters in it.
Don't feel bad.
No, you should feel terrible.
You feel very terrible.
No,
So what do you guys think of what did you guys think of Guardian?
Guardian, he was.
He's pretty sweet. He looks a lot better than he does in the original comics, if you ask me. I like
Or
his
in the
new
cartoons?
suit. Yeah, he's just blue and golden. I didn't really do it for me when I was
Do you
doing my research on it, but his new uniform looks pretty badass.
I know, right?
His
He's more
father-
like Iron Man-y, and the shield is like extendo shield.
Is that shield's supposed to be like pretty much like Captain America's shield, kind of, isn't it? It's like the impenetrable metal
But
or whatever the hell.
Well, he's made of lead, so Supergirl can't see through it. But lead is Mon-El's weakness. Like, kryptonite is Supergirl's weakness. So
But
I wonder
that's
if they
what-
brought that
yeah.
they're gonna bring that into play at all.
They
Prob-
might just as like a safeguard.
But the thing that I'm wondering about is, like, with his acting skill, like, I'm not saying it's a bad actor. I'm saying, like, with the way that the character that he plays acts as Guardian, like, it was really easy for me to tell that he was Guardian. Like, how long is it going to take Kara to catch on?
Yeah,
Uh,
but then like
his
when
backstory is
okay,
slightly different.
well
but-
when or when Wynn said that you have to like James Olsen is dead now. You can only be Guardian. Do you think he's gonna like? There's gonna be no more James Olsen?
Maybe.
No, there's still going to be James
Well-
Olsen.
Yeah, because he's
He'll
still got to
kinda
run
have to.
Catco. He's got to
Yeah,
run
he's still gotta
Catco.
run
and
You
shit.
still
Catco.
kind of have to.
He still
Yeah.
has to be there. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, when Kara finds out, how mad it's not a question of if she finds out, it's when she finds out, how mad is she gonna be? Like, is she gonna be like, okay, I'm glad you want to help people, or what the hell are you doing, you dumb piece of shit? You're not indestructible.
It's gonna be that one. It's gonna be that one,
Yeah,
and
probably.
it's gonna be the next episode.
See, I don't think it's the next episode because the next episode she's fighting with John Jones.
They're gonna be fighting with Guardian too.
Are they?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I d-
That
I
whole
thought
thing was like
Guardian-
Guardian is like you're wanted, you're out of control, blah blah blah. You're not a superhero. You're hurting people, blah blah blah, stuff like that.
Huh. Well, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Right?
Dun, 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 dun.
What do you think? What do you like? Did you like how Guardian was calling Win man in the van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, man in the van. We're a good
Well, yeah,
superhero
'cause-
team, man in the van."
Well, because he can't say win because
Yeah.
Supergirl has super hearing.
Yeah, so he has to say man in the van. But then fucking Wen's always like, "Yep, DEO." He says DEO blatantly.
Right?
So I don't know.
See, I think maybe like the van's lined with vet. Oh my god. Maybe the van
Is lined with lead.
lead.
Then
Would be smart on their
aren't
part.
these people gonna get sick from all this lead? Like, don't you get sick from lead? Like lead poisoning, isn't that a thing?
I think
and then
it's
you get
just if you ingest it.
Or if it's
So-
all over your
Sure.
skin.
Yeah, don't eat dumb paint chips. No, I think it's just if it's like the dust from the paint, or if you're actually eating the
Yeah.
paint chips.
Lead. Who eats
Yeah.
paint chips? Why call them
Come
chips?
on, Carl, let's go try them there paint chips.
I only have 1 point left for Supergirl, and it's actually it's back to Mon-El when Alex comes to him in the bar. I didn't actually see Mon-El for like a pity party, like he was
Yeah.
so.
He's like,
Self-
drinking is the
self-
fastest way to
self-
get drunk.
Yeah, he
I
seems
love that line.
back and forth.
I love that line. Drinking is the
Well, like-
fastest way to get drunk.
Well, like, and I understand like Yeah, he's a party boy, but like it didn't
He's not
really
party.
sink
That
in
was
that he,
that wasn't a party
but
boy. That was I'm
that
I'm
was
I'm
I'm a
more
piece of shit.
upset, and I'm more upset, and he's pouting because basically Supergirl won't let him do
Supergirl,
what he
yeah.
wants.
Yeah, Kara chewed his ass out.
Yeah, now he feels all bad,
Well,
like
like,
a dog that got kicked or something. Like he's
yeah,
a kicked puppy.
he's back and
He's just
forth with
pouting.
his attitude. He can't quite make up what he wants to do.
Well, because he's still like immature and shit. So I don't know if you guys catch
Oh,
this when James and Wen were talking. Here, like they said that they were the starting of the Super Friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
the super
Yep.
You know
friends.
what the Super Friends were?
It was like
I think I
That
should.
was
I
the original
feel
name for
like
the
I
Justice League.
just yeah, I'll say it was like the Justice League,
really.
wasn't it? Like Aquaman, Wonder Woman,
Yeah, the Super
Superman.
Friends were the original Justice League.
You know what's
Oh,
actually
yep.
kind of funny about that? So this has nothing to do with CW, but Dexter's Lab, at the end of any Dexter's Lab show, they used to have like the Justice Friends or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I remember that.
I didn't
Like
see
the
any of
Yeah,
Incredible
that.
Crunk.
the
Oh, it
Incredible
was great.
Crunk. I remember that shit. Um, but yeah, isn't Guardian becomes a member of the Justice League, doesn't he? Because I
Yeah,
know he's in Young Justice too.
yeah, he becomes a member of the Justice League. He's also in Young Justice, like the very first episode of Young Justice. You see Guardian as the security guard for Cadmus.
Really?
Yep, it's pretty freaking sweet. Not gonna lie. We'll get into doing
Cadmus.
Young Justice. We'll get into you. We'll do Young Justice. Some Young Justice. Watches and
I'm
reviews
down for that. I
later.
said I've watched it's on season 3 now, or no, they just
They're
announced
they're they're
season
just
3.
announced a season 3. It's gonna be pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
I
I've
have a
seen
question
season
for you
1.
both.
What's
What?
that?
So, with I'm surprised nobody's brought it up yet. Monel gets kidnapped.
I was just about to bring that up. That was my
Oh,
last
It
thing
was
I
a
have.
weird.
That's my last thing I have to say about this episode is, oh my God, Cadmus took Mon-El. Why?
Yep.
Why did
what
Cadmus
is
Yep.
take Mon-El?
What do they
for?
want with him?
Like,
They
They're
know
gonna they're
something
gonna
about him.
they're gonna use him. They're gonna clone him. They're gonna use him for his DNA.
Ooh,
They
I
have
didn't
to.
even think
I
about
bet
that.
that.
I kind of had a point that went before that about the purple people eater.
Okay.
We just know that the host blew up. We don't know that the parasite's actually gone. Because the doctor at the very beginning, they made the joke about, what could survive for 5,000 years, and he's like, other than a disease, I don't know. And then that's when he got infected with it.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say just because she blew it up doesn't mean that the parasite was able to escape and the host just blew up. So we might see it again. You
Yeah.
never know.
Very sure. Sure. Very sure. You never know.
Very sure.
Very sure.
man,
Very
he'll
sure.
believe you like instantly that the host isn't, or that the parasite isn't dead on that. But when I tell him that Deadshot's not dead, he's like, "No, he's dead. A building fell on him."
I started laughing with my mic muted. Sorry.
But no, with Monel getting kidnapped, you said they might clone him. What if that is their origin story for Superboy?
I could be down with that.
Yeah, I could see that.
That a cloning
Mon-El, maybe. What if they used Mon-El and Superman?
Well,
that would be
isn't he canonly Luther's and Superman's DNA?
One of Superboy's are, yeah.
That's the one from Young Justice, isn't
Yep.
it? Okay.
Then there's also the new Superboy, Superman and Lois Lane's child,
Lois Lane. That's the news
and
reporter.
he becomes friends with Damian Wayne, or he becomes like rivals with Damian Wayne on Teen Titans.
so. I
Is
just thought
go
of
ahead.
I just thought of another crazy theory, Tom.
What's your crazy theory?
It's better than my Prometheus theory, which is true, by the way. So, Superboy isn't going to be a thing in this. We're going to get like a Supergirl, not like Supergirl we have, but like a younger Supergirl, and it's going to be a clone of either Lena Luthor or her mom's DNA mixed with Mon-El's. And it's going to be an enemy for Supergirl.
What are we gonna call her?
Super bitch.
Something along that line.
Super, because we already got Supergirl,
Super lass?
Super Lass.
Super gal.
Super gal.
Your
Super, did you
your
just assume my gender?
your super theory sucks.
god!
I just want you to
No,
know
should
your
have said
super theory sucks.
Super sucks.
Wow, you guys are.
It's
I didn't
all
say
right.
it. I didn't say it. That was all Tom.
It's all right. It's all right. So, John, we're gonna have to rate this episode. You want to explain that rating system that you so love
Oh
to
yeah.
explain?
We're gonna every time.
Every episode.
You have to
Every
explain it.
episode. All right, so our rating system works on a 3-point system. You get your protons, your neutrons, and your electrons.
Why do
Protons
we do
being
protons?
positive
Why
you
do we do
protons
protons? Why do we do protons? Why do we do electrons? Why do we do neutrons?
because we have to.
Oh,
No, I'm
okay.
just kidding. So no, you get
Because you
know,
have
particles,
to.
yeah, everybody listening to this, you have to rate things like that. Now, I don't care if you're going out to eat or watching a movie, do it.
This shit's a
So-
proton. It's
Yeah,
pretty
this
good.
is, proton. This episode definitely was a proton.
Did you
I
explain
think
it?
it was a proton. Well, a proton would be a positive episode.
Ah.
Neutron would be a negative, or neutron is not a negative episode. People. Don't-
Yeah.
It's a neutral.
I made that
episode.
mistake when we first started discussing all this.
Electron is our negative episodes because those are the 3 parts of an atom in a particle accelerator. People.
Absolutely.
But no, this episode definitely a proton within the first 5 minutes because I got to see Kara drunk.
Yeah, I was absolutely happy with it. I proton the shit out of this episode, for sure.
Yeah, I'll give it a proton too, and this is coming from a guy who fell asleep numerous times while trying to catch up on Supergirl. So I'm being pretty generous with that.
You're just
I-
coming off like a Supergirl binge. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yeah,
a
that was
horrible
last
binge.
night.
That
Catch
season
up on.
season 1 binge is that season 1 binge is a hard trek. I tell you
Yep.
what. I proton this one. My favorite part. It was Kara drunk and then obviously Guardian heavy.
Yep, Guardian
And I was
Belt.
just so happy with that it was automatic proton from then on. I was just on the edge of my seat, happy as hell, cheering.
Yep.
You know,
It was
the whole
very
way.
story driven, for sure.
loved it. What? Are you almost done?
Look at this.
Damn, you're past the
This
bottom
is-
label.
Yeah, This wine's really good.
It is good.
Shit,
So-
I'm only this far into
I don't
mine.
think. I don't think we even explained that. Tom, our generous host here, got both me and
Oh,
Zach
yeah. We
gifts
discussed it
in
in
our
the
pre-show.
pre-show, yeah.
We're enjoying some
To,
wine.
to
from that.
celebrate me, Ray, Tom got us a care package. So I've
New
said it once,
host.
but thanks,
Gotta
Tom.
love him. All right,
Alright.
so
No, I'm just
we are going on to the Flash. It's our
Segue,
Tuesday
da-dum-dum.
Tuesday episode of the week. We will flash on into the Flash. This is
Oh, Tom.
I know. This is episode 6, Shade, and Zach, what do you got?
First point. I kind
Or-
of took my notes out of order. So oddly, my first point was Wally getting trapped in the cocoon at the very end.
Oh,
So I don't
really?
think that'd be a good
No,
one
go
to
for it. What's up?
actually-
Well, I want to know though. What is Wally in? What is that thing? He touched the. Was that the Philosopher's Stone he picked up, or not the philosopher? I'm sorry, I said it the American way. Oh my God, it was the. No, it was the Philosopher's Stone, not a
It's
Sorcerer's Stone.
Philosopher's
I said it
Stone,
the
I'm
right
pretty
way.
sure, yeah.
I said it the
Yes, you
correct
did.
way. Yeah. So
Well,
is
the
the
Sorcerer's
Philosopher's
Stone.
Stone? Was it the Philosopher's
American way to
Stone?
say it.
Yeah, was it
Yeah,
the Philosopher's Stone?
Quit.
Was it? Was it? Was it? Was
Yeah.
it?
Yes. It's definitely affecting him differently because everyone else who got, their powers from alchemy just
How do
kinda-
you-
their husks got left behind and then they were reborn with the new powers. But for whatever reason, he got trapped in this cocoon. So is he going to be stronger? Is he going to get more powers?
How do we know?
You
How do
know, is
we
he-
not? How do we not know that those other people weren't trapped in that cocoon, and that's how their
See, that's
husks got left behind?
That's
We
why I'm
don't
going
know. That's just the
bullshit.
thing. But I think it might affect him differently because he grabbed the Philosopher's Stone. Like he just took that thing, and if I'm not mistaken, it froze him in there with it. Like he's still holding that thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
he might just be siphoning power off of that while he's just in that cocoon state.
Yeah, we don't even know. And see, those guys when he was walking around, do you think those are Savitar's speed ninjas that were hanging out around alchemy in there? Are those Savitar's speed ninjas?
I have
They
a
could
theory
be because
Oh.
about all of them.
Goddess
Zach.
didn't show up until shit started getting sour. I say he popped up out of there like he was watching over the whole event. So they very well could be in cahoots with him.
John?
So I have another insane theory. You're gonna
Oh,
get these all day about
all
all
right.
these villains. So I think, bear with me,
I'm Baron.
Doctor Alchemy is not a bad guy. That's how
He
this is gonna start.
What?
Now hold on.
Draco
So
Malfoy is a very bad person. Go
no,
on. Go on.
okay, I'm glad you do agree that it is fucking Malfoy. His father's gonna hear about this. I hope he says that at some point in this season. But so he's not a bad guy. So when I was researching Salvatore, the god of speed who named himself after the Hindu god of motion, that is my favorite point about him. I did a lot of research on him, and like it got into Reverse Flash and like Black Flash, which we need to talk about that later, Tom. I didn't even know Black Flash was a thing, season 2.
I didn't either.
But
There's a lot of speedsters. There's a lot
Yeah, there
of
are
goddamn
Jesse
speedsters.
Quick, Jesse Quick, the
Yeah.
male Quick. What is the other one? What was the male Quick? It was Jesse Quick and Johnny Quick or something?
The hell
yeah,
was
Jesse and Johnny Quick. But no, when researching the god of speed, I forgot where my theory was going. Damn it. Dr. Alchemy's not a bad guy. Okay, so Reverse Flash came up in here somewhere, and sometime after they had built a Flash museum, yeah, like the one Wells wants them to build,
Yeah.
Reverse Flash came back in time, and he battled the Flash, and stuff happened with him and the God of Speed at that same time, where the God of Speed gained a connection to the Speed Force. So that is the only thing that the God of Speed at this point doesn't have is a connection to the Speed Force. So that's what he's
So-
working to get out of Barry.
When they start building the particle
Museum.
accelerator museum, oh my god.
He's gonna try and
Awesome.
get a connection to the Speed Force from Barry because he got his speedster powers like back in the 70s. So what he's trying to do, he's researched it so much at this point, he can distribute that power among his speed ninjas, which I think are working in cahoots with alchemy to give other people powers, to lure out the Flash, to build the music. Like it's all.
And also probably to
Shit,
get
that's not
Wally
bad
in there
theory.
for another speedster for more speed
Yep.
force.
Well, eventually, you guys all know that Wally takes over as the Flash. Eventually, Barry doesn't live forever.
After Barry dies.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a
Flash kills him.
this is a
in the
long
museum.
time coming. We still have to get through the Justice League and all that though too. So,
Mhm.
say because Barry has a career with the Justice League before he goes.
Do you think
Well,
we'll
that's-
actually? Do you think we'll actually see some sort of Justice League something or other?
I think if we see the Legion of Doom next week, that Justice League is definitely going to happen.
You think
I
so?
hope
Like next, maybe
work
even next
very
season.
carefully.
Maybe even next season, because like after the Justice League movie, like so tanks or something, you know, they'll be like, oh, greenlit Justice League for the TV show. Or do you think since that's one theory, or do you think since they're allowing Flash and Flash to coexist together, they might do Justice League and Justice League allowed to coexist together?
I don't see why not. I mean, because it's already been made very clear that this is its own separate universe.
Yeah.
So it's separate from the movies that they're coming out with. So why
Yeah.
not? You know what I mean?
That
I
would
would-
be
I
really
hope they
sweet.
take
I'd
it
be very happy for that.
Very carefully. I would enjoy it, but don't do it like they've been doing the movies.
We'll do it like
Uh,
they've been doing the TV shows. The directors that they've
yeah.
been getting for these TV shows, like the writers that they've been getting for these TV shows, are fantastic, and they're doing a great job
Yeah.
bringing in like fan favorites and stuff like that. So
Yep, I agree. Well, and I think with the TV shows, you're able to have different points of interest. You don't have to have one main focus that usually a movie likes to keep on.
yeah,
Multiple things can be going on, and you can just draw out the tension too.
absolutely.
It's not an hour and a half. We have numerous hours of content in a season. I mean, beyond like well over 15 hours of content every season. I want to say
Oh,
round
well,
about there.
There's probably more than 15 hours of content. Probably
Yeah, I'm
upwards
just
closer to
making
20
an
hours of
estimate.
content.
Yeah. So I mean, I think a Justice League series would be way better than any movie. My personal opinion, my humble opinion.
Yeah,
But
I agree. I agree too.
Back on the Doctor's Godspeed or God of Speed. I still don't know which one's which
It's
because I'm
the God
checking
of
out the
Speed.
wiki.
The God of
It's got-
Speed.
So
Real
then, Is there another speedster maybe that we don't know of that gets the name Godspeed? Because I'm reading The Flash, Volume 5 of DC Rebirth. His name is Godspeed, and he is a speedster that apparently worked with Barry, and he was training a group of speedsters along with Wally West to become the Kid Flash. And he had like a whole backstory about how he came to power. So is there somebody else maybe that we just haven't seen in The Flash?
It probably
Or
won't come up in this series.
yeah, I don't know.
Now, I have something real quick on the whole Justice League, and Tom, you brought up that they might do it next season.
Yes.
So this season, I'm thinking with this crossover that they're doing, they're gonna do, Damien Dark, Reverse Flash, Gorilla Grodd.
It's a test. It's a test to see if we're gonna really like it, and if we really, really like it, and they get a lot of views on it, and they sell a lot of the toys or whatever, they're gonna probably greenlight even more because we're getting a lot more this season than what we did last season's. You know what I mean? Because last season's all we got was that quick Flash and Supergirl, and then all of a sudden Supergirl went to CW, and now we're getting a week long worth things, and then now next if that shit goes good, then next season we're gonna get even more. That's gonna be even better because there are people all these people are like, oh, this shit's awesome, I'm loving it, I'm loving it, I'm loving it, give me more, and they're gonna give us
Well,
more because they love us.
they could do their own variation of the Legion of Doom, but I mean, we've seen 4 characters that are from the original Legion of Doom. So I mean, they're working on it. They could absolutely do it.
The most
Yeah.
standoffish, or the most standoutish thing that makes me think Legion of Doom for this crossover is this episode of The Flash. Well, when they were talking to Wells about, Gorilla Grodd,
Mm-hmm.
he
Multiples.
knows. I
Yeah.
swear to bejesus, it is. I swear to Salvator. I swear to the god of speed
Saboteur.
Savitar.
that it is the same Gorilla Grodd. They know the same. It
Well,
is.
there's gonna be
Cinematic
a Gorilla Grodd on every. There's gonna be a Gorilla Grodd on every Earth. Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3, Earth 4. They're all gonna have a Gorilla Grodd because those things happened on that Earth. Now,
But just to name drop him like that specifically and be like, wait, you
well,
know him too?
yeah, but you can name drop metahumans, and they're like, and he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got it, metahominids. I totally get it.
Well, yeah.
And you know what I
Well,
mean?
he knew Shade.
Yeah, and then
The
he
term
knew Shade
He was
too.
like, yeah, we got a Shade on my planet too.
Yeah, we got a
It's
Shade on
Shade
my
does,
Earth.
And they're like,
Thing.
oh shit.
So like Gorilla Grodd, you'd think if you knew Gorilla Grodd on his planet, Gorilla Grodd does the same thing.
Yeah.
So, like
So he's like, oh, we got Gorilla Grodd. We got a lot of these kind of gorillas.
Mm-hmm. I swear when they sent him away, what was it, season 2, where they sent him through the portal? I swear there was some text at the bottom of it that said what planet they sent him to. Oops, sorry, I'm gonna mute this for just a second here.
But yeah, they wanted They want there are many sentient gorillas on that though. So
multiples.
and there are a lot of sentient gorillas in the DC universe too. So
Let's see here. I'm just curious because I swore that there was some text there when they punched him into it and he was on that other planet here. I've almost got it pulled up here.
Okay. Real quick, I was researching Gorilla Grodd in season 3 of The Flash. The CW has confirmed that they are going to do a 2-part episode that takes place in Gorilla City.
sweet.
Really?
So
That'll be really
pretty
cool.
Sure it is the same gorilla, guys. I swear to the god of speed.
I mean, it probably this. No, I don't know if it's gonna be the exact same one, but I mean, we'll probably get something close to that. I mean, how many? I mean, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of other gorillas out there. There's a lot of other sentient gorillas out there, not just the one Gorilla Grodd. They have a Gorilla Grodd.
Nope.
There's probably 2 Gorilla Grods. What? Nope.
I guess I swore that they had some text that like popped up in the bottom left that said what planet he was on, but nope, it's just him popping out of the portal and seeing the Gorilla City and all the other monkeys screaming. So I was wrong. We don't know what planet he's on.
Wrong again, Zach. Sorry. No, I'm kidding.
Zach just got fired for the second time.
Fuck.
Fuck.
So,
So,
6 husks, 3 unaccounted for. Who are the 3?
well,
I have no.
I
How
don't.
do you expect me to deduce that?
I know,
Out of
right?
all the villains that they have in the Flash, like what?
Well, we
Yep.
had that one theory that Andrew brought up to us actually, where Lance, Prometheus, is his doppelganger. So maybe one of his husks could be his. I know that's a long stretch. We're
Yep.
talking different series here, but I mean that is just a theory.
They're in the same universe,
Yep.
so
But Lance
totally,
is a
totally viable.
Prometheus, Zach.
What?
Lance
What's
is.
up?
I said, but
Lance is
Lance
not
is
Prometheus. Oh my
Zach.
god, he turned
He's
himself
in
in. We'll get
rehab.
there. I don't even want. Nope, can't bring up Prometheus on Flash. New rule.
That's different.
New rule. Till they bring
That just
Prometheus into Flash, you're not allowed to talk about Prometheus in Flash, John.
Okay, well then I'm gonna flip it 180 then. So, Caitlin,
Killer Frost is Bay.
she is.
I
We
wrote
already-
that down. I actually
she
wrote
didn't go to alchemy. She
that
didn't
down in there.
physically go to alchemy that we know of.
And
She just
see,
kind of started developing her powers.
this guy noticed it too, Tom. I don't think that it's a connection with alchemy. Has to do with the particle accelerator. I
Okay.
told you.
Fine.
Told you. But no, Caitlin, Dr. Snow, she is royally pissed at Barry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Before I even saw the previews for next week's episode, when he was like, this is my fault. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
did
she
this to
gave
you
him
because
the
I'm a
eyes,
Flash."
man.
Yeah,
She gave him the
got
eyes.
the cold eyes and gave him a look. Yeah. So I was like, oh damn, she gonna go
For
for
sure,
him.
got the eyes.
Yep.
But if you did watch the preview, you'll notice Caitlin isn't really like antagonizing anything. Like she's not actually trying to actively hurt Barry, but Barry punches, I think it was Julian in the face. Julian or Cisco or Wells or somebody tells Barry to stop her, and he just punches him in the face.
I think it was. No, it wasn't Wells. Wells was just agreeing with him because that's all he fucking does. Get
Yeah,
charged.
I love it. It's the best.
Yeah, we
He
should
just
definitely
agrees with
put-
everybody.
Yeah, put Wally in the pipeline. We should do that. What he said.
I love it, man. It is great. Literally the best. This Wells is my favorite Wells, especially when he was hitting on Joe's girl.
Yeah, that's a ballsy move.
Yeah, he was
Holy
like,
shit.
and she asked if I spoke any other languages.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what a terrible joke teller.
Yep.
Funny as
So,
hell.
another point I had on God of Speed. This is kind of irrelevant to the actual Arrowverse, but when I was doing some research on him, I found that he is not only able to steal, like he's able to siphon Speed Force from other speedsters, so that any of them. So if Jessie Quick comes back, she might even potentially lose her powers to the God of Speed. But
Mhm.
he eventually siphons so much Speed Force that he's able to move so fast he can be in 2 places at once. It takes a huge toll on his body, but he can physically be in 2 places at one time. He can move so fast.
But here's the thing with that, Zach. I don't think he has a connection to the Speed Force yet. And I think that's why he's targeting Barry.
Don't think that he has to have the connection to the Speed Force to do this, because he's just stealing power. And from the research I was doing, he had to steal power from 5 different speedsters before he was able to do this even. So he would need to siphon a hell of a lot of power before he could do something like this. I assume. We don't know if he has siphoned it from any other people. If he is working with alchemy, he might have found other ones from other worlds he could have just stolen power from, for all we know.
Also, but
Go
when
ahead.
speedsters start messing around with stuff like that, they get, paradoxes like time rates and Black Flash, who I actually brought up earlier this episode, which I guess now is a perfect time as any. In the end of season 2, I didn't really even notice it, but when Barry kills Zoom turns into Black Flash. Like, you can see it in his face. The way his face disintegrates, that's what Black Flash looks like. So he just became the Grim Reaper for every other speedster.
Yeah,
That's
Killable
pretty
and-
the
sweet.
Black Flash is just the Grim Reaper for speedsters, right?
Yeah, so with that being known, with the God of Speed in this season and Jessie Quick and all them, and the way Barry's been messing with the timeline, do you think we'll see a reoccurrence of Zoom in this season?
Oh yeah,
as the Black
totally,
Flash?
totally could see that. Totally could see that coming.
Like, because I mean, the directors of all the episodes with Zoom in it, they loved working with him. They're like, yeah, we didn't want to just kill him off. We want him to come back. So if he can come back as a Black Flash, I think that'd be immaculate.
That would be really sweet.
Wow. So yeah, there's just a bunch of
Like-
speedsters that I don't even know about. I look up the Black Flash, and it's just a list of other speedsters that he's taken back to the Speed Force, and it's just there are
It's like
so many goddamn many of them.
And that's the thing. When you watch The Flash, it's like going to YouTube to like watch a quick video, and then 3 hours later you're watching a cat learn how to knit. Like, just,
Max Markey.
That's never happened to me while I was looking stuff up about the Flash.
You've never seen a cat learn how to knit after you look stuff up about the Flash? You ain't lived life.
But Julian's alchemy.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
100% believe Julian's alchemy. As soon as he missed work,
Exactly.
nope, I blamed him. I was like, nope, alchemy, alchemy. That's exactly what I thought, for real. What, you don't agree, Zach? Julian's
I'm
alchemy?
sorry, I'm reading. I agree, absolutely, 100%. It's just so strange that Julian pops up out of nowhere, and so does alchemy. It's just all too convenient.
All right, but now that we've all deduced that Julian is alchemy, what happened to him at the end of that episode?
Fucking Savitar saved him, and he bounced, and he's gonna make up some excuse that he was hanging out with his girlfriend.
Yeah. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Savitar.
Yeah, his girlfriend named Savitar, for real. Speaking of people's girlfriends in this show, Iris, she is dumb, number one, when the Flash, listen, and I have more reason to say that I don't like her. Check this out. When her brother was like, let me out, and he's going crazy, and he's like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, and then he like starts having a seizure, and then she opens the thing, and then he like slams her up against that wall, and starts walking. I was like, you're really dumb and naive, aren't you? You stupid. And then,
Yup.
yeah, no, and then she thinks, and then Barry thinks that she deserves powers. Like, she thinks she wants powers. I don't think she deserves powers. She wouldn't be able to control any kind of powers. She doesn't deserve powers. She shouldn't have powers. Ever. No. Iris doesn't get powers.
I will agree with you that Iris was being completely dumb.
Iris is dumb.
I will not agree, though, that she wasn't badass when she knocked him out in one punch.
Yeah.
Barely. She just cracked him upside the back of the head. It's easy to knock somebody out when you punch him in the back of the head.
It wasn't even the back of the head, was it? It was like a straight-on face-to-face
she
punch.
like blocked a punch from him and then.
Oh, really? I
no,
thought she just punched him in the back of the head.
No, she ducked under his punch and then just laid him out.
Ah.
Now,
I don't like
I'm
her.
not super impressed by it is because, I mean, she's an older sister. Like, that's...
I don't like her.
Come on, that's what they do.
Yeah. I don't like her. She's dumb.
Yeah, Tom is the biggest
Tom's a hater.
virus hater I've ever met.
Iris hater. Yep, she's dumb. I think they need to take her out, rewrite canon, and get her out of there.
Yeah, rewrite canon on every Flash.
Rewrite canon and kill Iris off.
And bring that cop lady back.
Yes. Oh my God, please. For real.
Right.
I also want to say that Cisco needs to get off the New Wells' back for sure.
Well,
For real. He's like he accused him of stealing stuff that he didn't steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next episode, him and Caitlin are gonna be beefing. So
Yeah, dude, that Killer Frost vibe fight. How'd you like it?
When they slowed it down,
I want to
show,
see it
like,
for
his
real.
sound waves.
Right? That whole time I'm sitting here like thinking like trying to justify it in my head like maybe they're just practicing. Maybe they're not actually fighting. Maybe they're just practicing. Maybe she's not bad. Maybe and it's just I can't more and more I think about it.
Yeah. So I know it's kind of irrelevant, but now that you brought up the Black Flash, I've been doing a little bit of research on him. Apparently, Barry becomes a Black Flash at some point.
He does.
That's fucking cool.
That's pretty sweet, for sure.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, it's probably not going to happen in this.
Oh God, no time soon.
But... No, not at all. Even if they bring in a Black Flash.
Yeah.
Facial transmogrification.
You know what's kind of funny about like everything we've brought up so far?
What?
None of it has to do with Shade.
Yeah, Shade. Shade was totally a distraction, and they stopped him. They stopped him by hacking into all the cars and turned on all their lights so he wouldn't be able to turn into the Shade. And he didn't even have a fucking top hat on. So we're done talking about the Shade.
Kind of
Episode
lowballed
is
him.
named Shade has nothing to do with him. Like Savitar took all the thunder away from that.
That was
Done.
and he was there for
yeah.
2 seconds. He was just like, I'm Savitar.
Right.
And does he stab Barry? Because he
whipped out his knife.
he did snicked, you know, and and does he do it?
No, he just holds him up against the wall. He's like, yeah, I'm the god of speed.
Yeah, but
And
he
it
pulled out a
cut
knife and then it
the
cut. Do you think
episode.
he's gonna go and stab
What's
him?
gonna happen?
What?
So I think next episode we're not even gonna see what happens at the end of that episode. It's gonna jump to like 2 weeks later, and like gonna show us stuff with.
And
Killer
we're gonna get
Frost
flashbacks.
next. Yep, and then we're gonna get flashbacks of it because
I hate when they do that. They do that so often. Like some epic shit happened last episode, then they start the next episode like nothing fucking happened.
Well, it was
I
pretty
go
much
20
all
minutes
of
stuff.
That was all of season 3 for the Arrow. Like, hey, thanks for showing up to the funeral. Wait, who died?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
All right, Zach, you got anything else for this?
Nope, all my points have been hit.
Tom, you got anything else?
Well, we got the cuffs off stage. I was waiting for something. Come on, he remembered now.
Yeah,
He remembered now.
Like,
He's like, wait, I haven't even gotten anybody to get to the cuffs stage.
Right?
Dude, New Wells is fucking funny. HR.
HR is
HR.
awesome.
It's
I
gonna
was
be
just
so
like,
hard to remember all their different names.
Can we call him Hell's Wells?
no. Well,
Because
do you think we'll
pretty
see
sure
Hell's
we're gonna
Wells?
see those other Wells
hope-
eventually.
We'll have a
I wonder
Wells. They'll have a full-on Wells episode where all the Wells have to come together and do something.
Wells Week.
Wells
That'd be an
Week.
interesting episode. Wells Week. Yeah, dude.
But no, yeah. New Wells, I still don't trust him.
I like him. I trust him.
There's
Trust him with
something
my
about
life.
that-
I trust him with my life.
There's still something just.
Come on, his
about
money
him.
is called a Helbing.
Yeah.
I trust him
remember
with
he
my
was trying
life.
To explain that.
He's like, these
Well,
are
I can't
Helbings.
buy this
I
without
can't buy things with
American money.
Helbings.
He's
Yeah,
just
some good
there's
shit.
And they looked
something
weird.
About him.
What?
Yeah, they were like ovals and shit and
There
thicker
was
than
just-
coins.
It's something about him that just.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's a little weird.
And you're a
I mean,
hater.
he's weird, but
He's amazing.
that doesn't mean he's bad. I don't know. At first I
Yeah,
thought
you're
he was a
just
bad
you're
guy,
just
too.
you're just a bad person like Cisco is.
Well,
Jump into
I mean,
conclusions.
at first I had like my speculation about him because he was clearly hiding something, but it's become more than obvious that he was hiding that he's not as intelligent as the other ones.
That he's not even a scientist at all.
Yeah, he was just kind of kicking
He didn't
back,
even
playing the
he didn't
drums,
even
making
know
it
he
look-
wasn't allowed to go out. He's like, "You rascals."
Yeah, you're fucking with me.
Well, what are your ratings?
My rating
Definitely
is
a
a proton.
Proton?
This is good story-driven episode.
I agree.
But with
It was a proton. Definitely had me on the edge, like especially like that half to ending, man, where they were going in and doing like the SWAT team stuff, and then, oh yeah, that definitely was good.
real quick though, I want to point out one last thing about Wells to you two. So when he's doing like his whole face change and stuff, he names very specifically, without a stutter or a second thought, the exact type of technology that is.
That's true. For
He's
someone who's not a
smarter than every-
scientist, or
He's smarter than people think he is.
What for his
He-
light refraction technology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, he was
Because
on
then
top
he,
of that.
he double guesses it and he's like, oh wait,
Uh,
yeah, just
I think it's
people's
light
faces.
refraction technology.
Yeah, so he's smarter.
He's
than
got an
people
end
think.
game, but so far every other Wells has had an end game too. First one was definitely bad. The second one, his end game wasn't
He was the
necessarily a bad
asshole.
intention.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
he
was a
an
dick
asshole.
one.
Yeah, he was
an
the dick
asshole,
one.
just in general. But he still had an end game. He had a different motive than everyone else that he was working behind their backs on. So, I mean, so far every Wells has had an ulterior motive. So
This
I mean,
one is
he's
to write a
probably-
book. He's trying to write a book.
That you know
He
of.
walks around with a
That's all he's
scarf.
told us.
He walks around with a scarf on. He's trying to write a book, for sure.
Could just be a ruse. I mean, fuck, I could come to work and tell you I'm writing a book tomorrow and be plotting to murder you, Tom. You'd never know.
Dude, cat.
Never know.
Tom, your cat just stepped out.
Yeah, I know. I had a cat go.
Mew
It went by. No, Mew. It wasn't Mew. I think it was the baby kitty, whatever her
So-
name is.
so
I
far-
can't remember.
So far, we have 2 protons across the board.
Yeah.
Overall, right?
So far, a
Yeah.
good week.
Doing good this week. All right, but next up is Arrow, right?
You don't do the transitions.
Episode
That's
7.
Tom's job.
Hey, Zach,
What?
you're fired for the third
Oh.
time.
For the third time
Skype
this
call right
episode,
now.
and you got fired. God damn.
Leave the Skype call. Fuck up the stream completely.
All right.
But yeah, Arrow,
Alrighty.
Vigilante, episode 7. It's a pretty good episode.
So-
Loved it.
I'll break the ice, I guess. Yeah, it was a really good episode overall. My first point I have here, I don't think it's actually relevant now after watching the whole episode, but when he was having a flashback with fuck, I forget his name. I tried to
Kovar?
make a mental note of it
Constantine
so I would
Kovar?
remember it. Thank you, Constantine. He hired the mother of the woman that he was helping him find the totem.
Yep.
He hired their mom.
Yep.
So I mean, he knows what Oliver's done. He clearly has done his research on Oliver.
Yep. That's it. That's all you had. Really?
Yeah,
you took.
that's
You
just
took.
my first point.
took-
That's just this
you
is
took-
my first point of
You
many.
took the horn. You took the horn for what? A sentence?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
take it from there, boys.
Sorry, I just wanted to shut you down. That was fun. I love you. Love you, Zach. I love you.
Let me too. I'm
No,
gonna grab a bottle of water. I'll be right back.
no
You're
problem.
leaving?
So the vigilante is definitely the district attorney. I have to point that out. I saw him and I was like, once I saw the DA when he was doing that like interrogation with the chick, and he told that story of his like, you know, I've been to hell, blah blah blah, and he slammed his ham down on the table. I was like, he's the vigilante for sure, definitely the vigilante for sure.
Well, I don't know if he was just making a reference to himself or if he was like making a joke at that he knows that Oliver is the Green Arrow. But when they're going to get the warrant to search the hotel, Oliver's like, that vigilante is not going to wait for warrants, and he goes like, yeah, I bet you he doesn't. And then
Yep. That's another
do it,
point
so
where that was like
he was either
literally.
referencing that he knows Oliver is the Green Arrow, or he was referencing that he's not going to wait for the warrant.
Both.
The second one.
I think it was
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah,
Had to have
probably
been both of them. Had to have been both
You
of them
know-
for sure.
That's not the first time that, like, this episode, when after the interrogation that he had, that's not the first interrogation he's had.
No.
So, like, the first time we saw him interrogate somebody, he got pretty
Yeah,
brutal.
he got
Just-
brutal with it, dude. He's pretty sketchy, dude. I remember saying that he was a bad guy at the beginning. Remember?
I remember
a long
we
time
thought he was
ago, like
Prometheus.
yeah, we did say
Yeah.
something about that, but I was like, he's definitely a bad guy of some sort. He is not a good guy. And well, he's vigilante, which is awesome because definitely vigilante is a fan favorite, you know.
Yeah, fun fact, Vigilante was actually one of DC's first comic book heroes to have a live action adaptation.
Really?
Yep, he beat Superman by a year actually.
That's pretty sweet.
Wow.
I see when
Zach
I was doing my
dropping the hot
research on
knowledge on us.
right. Well, I mean, I looked my shit up. When I was doing my research on him, it doesn't actually even specify that he's a villain. I mean, his name's even fucking Vigilante, so
Yeah. He's
just-
more
he's
of an
just a rival.
anti-hero. He's more of an anti-hero. He's like the
Yeah.
Punisher.
Yeah.
For sure. He's like
For
the
sure.
Punisher. He's like DC's Punisher for sure. Quentin doesn't think he's Prometheus, but he's being set up by Prometheus. Now, your shitty Prometheus theory, is totally debunked by him going to rehab and Artemis showing up at the end working with Prometheus.
could
Nah,
still be a
so-
doppelganger.
Not Here's the thing, Zach. I already made plans for this because I knew Tom was gonna call me out on this shit as soon as we got in here. So,
Well, I'll let you have the floor then.
so when Thea dropped him off at that dumb rehab, they tried to make me go to rehab, but he wouldn't go. So he went, and she left, and he dipped out. he didn't stay for that.
I guess, yeah, they don't actually show
So-
him checking
'cause-
in, so.
Now they've
They're not
Thea
gonna
thinks-
show him checking in. They're not gonna go all the way into that detail.
Yeah, but that
No,
could be their
but
cop
that's
out
the thing.
because they didn't show that detail.
Now that Thea thinks he's in rehab, he's free to be Prometheus whenever he wants or whenever
He
that
doesn't
guy
even-
can control him to
he's-
do it. They planned it. It's a plot, Tom. I'm telling you.
No,
he's Prometheus.
It's Felicity's boyfriend. He's not Prometheus. You're wrong,
There
John.
was like 2 days there for it. Like the day after we recorded our last episode, you agreed with me for like a half hour, not because of my reasoning, but because the driver Chris, or not driver Chris, Andrew.
Andrew, yeah.
Yeah, it's very plausible that he is Prometheus, but you're wrong. You're wrong.
I could
You're
see it being
wrong.
both.
I'm telling you,
The
you're
thing
wrong.
is, though, is with shows like this, they often try to steer you away from what they're leading you to believe. And if the show deliberately goes out of its way to say, I think he's setting me up, they're probably going to hit you with a twist, and that's not the case.
Well,
that's how-
yeah, but how is he doing that blacked out drunk? Come on.
How do you do podcast blackout drunk?
I'm not blackout drunk when I'm doing podcasts, and
How
neither
do you
are
know
you.
you're not a vigilante, Tom? How do you know when you don't black out drunk, you don't go save the city for a little while?
I don't, because our city
Or
doesn't.
murder people.
Nope.
This city could use. You can't even say the city doesn't need it. 'Cause you know it does.
This city needs some saving.
don't
I
Trump
know.
is president now. Didn't
No.
we say we were going to train to be vigilantes, Tom?
Yep. No. Artemis. Artemis is framing Lance for Prometheus.
Artemis. The only note I took on Artemis for this whole episode is Artemis, that bitch.
Artemis is framing Lance for Prometheus.
She looked really good in that dress when they were.
Dude,
you already know what I'm talking
too
about.
hot
don't
to be
you?
playing a 17-year-old. Too hot to be playing a 17-year-old. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Though, when she's walking down
like
the street,
she's
he's like,
almost
"Hey, baby,
21.
my house is this way."
She's totally legal to Google eye over, right? But she's too hot to be playing a 17-year-old. Yeah,
It's
no.
so weird to think that she's working with Prometheus, though.
Yeah,
Because
she's
it-
working with Prometheus and she's setting Lance up. She is framing her and Prometheus are framing Lance.
To what end game, though? You know, because this is
Don't know
Artemis.
yet.
She-
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
And Artemis
Let's
doesn't
think
even
about
know
it.
who Prometheus is. Prometheus is using Artemis to set up Lance.
This is just a sticky pickle.
It is.
Just, like,
I also
2
want to.
seconds of an episode will change everything. It's
Right.
crazy.
I also want to point out our theory on Diggle being the Green Lantern. You know, changing his last name to Stewart and becoming John Stewart, right? How do you think
Yeah.
that he'll be able to become the Green Lantern when they have to be like super good and like whatever, and he's over here like punching people out, trying to figure out what
You don't have
hollow,
to be super good to be a
figuring out
Lantern.
who bought the hollow points.
You don't have to be a good guy to be a lantern. They got the
It's
one
like
of rage.
Green
they got the one
Lantern.
of fear. They have the one of death. They have so many different rings that like
Yeah, but
and
okay,
it's
you
just-
don't understand the
willpower
theory
that
though. You
seeks
don't
them out.
You don't understand the theory though. He's John he's John Stewart, the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And John Stewart, the Green Lantern's like a good guy. He wouldn't be punching somebody out like that.
Now, but
A good guy
The
under
Green
stress will
Lantern-
do some pretty drastic things though. And
yeah,
I
let's say
mean,
the Green
clearly.
Lantern on Earth, he's the Green Lantern, willpower, right? So I mean, it's not necessarily that he has to be a good guy. He just has to have a strong will.
Well, strong
Like,
will is not
Supergirl.
punching somebody out trying to figure out who the vigilante is.
Not yet.
He's
But
he's
what
under a
if
lot of
it's-
stress.
Yeah, what if
I
something,
mean-
you know, with like the same thing with like his seeing his son's second birthday, you know,
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too.
wanting to see those things like after he realizes and comes to terms with, you know, maybe I'm a vigilante and this is how, or maybe I'm a fugitive, this is how I have to live the rest of my life, and if this is how I have to do it, then I'm not going to let that affect my family. You know, some kind of change in his life like that might affect his becoming the Green Lantern.
I'm
So
saying
she-
it's just willpower.
Yeah.
That's what makes the ring seek him out.
Maybe the
Okay.
willpower to stay away from his family as a fugitive.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
Who knows?
Yep.
So the DA, do you guys know what's Vigilante's backstory? Why is he doing that?
Because he doesn't think the Arrow's doing his job.
Well, I know, but he also was talking about how like something happened to him to push him
You
over
have
the edge, and when he had Mr. Terrific, he had the gun to Mr. Terrific's head. He said, something happened to him that pushed. Like, what do you think his backstory is?
I think that he was related to somebody or a family in Rockhaven.
Yeah. Could have been something like that.
Like,
What
you
if
haven't
it was
lost
like,
anybody, and because the Green Arrow didn't stop Damian Dark, he feels like the Green Arrow has failed Star City, so he's going there to finish the job.
it can't be something from the Undertaking, or even something from even further back?
Yeah.
I
It could
feel
have
like
been any character died off. Could have affected him.
It could be, but I feel like they've used so much from older seasons, and I'm not saying that they can't. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like they're trying to keep the most recent season fresher.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Relevant.
So like they want people to go back and watch season 3. That way, when they watch season 3, they go back and watch season 2, and just binge it all.
How
pretty
did he
much
get
like
away
Zack
at
did.
the end then? How do you think he got away when he was wrapped around, right? And Oliver was about to pop that mask off, and that flash of whatever happened. How did all that happen? What is your theory on that?
Well, I'm thinking like his suit was rigged up with like an explosive or like a mini.
Yeah, like the second he's done to lift the mask off and set it off. And if he's a vigilante and he's been studying the Arrow and he's been doing this for a while, he probably the second he got like tangled up, he probably immediately knew his way out of there. He was just kind of playing Oliver a little bit, probably.
You never let it's the monologue. The monologue is the downfall of every hero and villain I've ever known.
Hell yeah.
Oliver started to get on his little monologue, and he's like, "All right, I'm out of this bitch."
He's like, Flash! And then gone.
Yeah, I get it. But no, the only other note I had for this episode, or like notes, is on Oliver's flashbacks when he's talking with Constantine Kovar. How much balls it would have taken just to stab Kovar in the
Oh,
hand
Jesus.
at that moment. Like,
Yeah,
Are
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's-
People
That's pretty
people
hardcore.
people die for less than that.
Oh yeah.
right? Like, and then Kovar whooped his ass.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
God.
yeah, when I saw that I was like, wait a minute. So this guy beat the crap out of Rocky. You think you're going to be able to take him? Like, come on now.
I just
Well,
wonder
yeah.
how Oliver's gonna get out of this one, Because I mean, now the Brodva
Now the
is working
Brodva is
against him, and
working with-
Constantine is. He's
working
got
with
both
Constantine.
Of them to fight.
No,
But
they're working together.
Yeah, he's got to
That's
take
the
them
thing.
both down.
Do we know the whole story?
Not yet.
Not
I
yet.
assume.
It's like, what if Bratva already had told Oliver that they were working together and just told him to play it off, or
Well,
like
see,
something
and
to that sort?
the Brodva's big thing is trust Brodva. So just play along. Maybe Brodva has a plan. I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see.
And how Constantine was telling him that they're using him and shit.
Well, and I don't remember what episode it was. I don't even know if it was from season 5, but there was one point where it had brought up to the group that Oliver was part of Brodva, and I think it was Felicity was like, "Are you a part of Brodva?" And he goes, "Maybe, I don't know." So like he didn't want to say no, but he wasn't sure. So I mean,
Well,
his connection
he's
with
not part of
Brodva isn't
Bratva anymore. He got
completely
kicked out. He got kicked out of Bratva in season 1.
That was back in season 1,
Yeah,
Zach.
he got kicked out of Bratva in season 1.
It's been a while since I've seen that, but
Yeah,
I
he
do
got
remember
kicked
that.
out of
But I mean, he's
Bratva
still.
in season 1.
It just seemed kind of weird that was his reaction instead of no, I'm not connected to them. But this was actually a really relative episode that this was in. This was like season 4 or early season 5 where he was like I don't know, no, I don't know. But let's take it back for a second. Oliver getting froggy with Susan.
Yeah,
Going out
I
on
was
dates
actually
with
about
her.
to talk about. Do you think if you think Susan's really like actually caring for him, or do you think she's using him?
I think she's playing him because she has that photo of him working with the Brodva. She could blackmail him at any minute. She's just
Mhm.
waiting for the right moment to, I think.
I think
But she's
just waiting
also
for
telling him, whispering all the sweet nothings and not telling him all the right things. Like I want to be your friend, and you're really the
She's a
thing that
news reporter.
you're really. No, I know, but like off the record, you're really the. I'm never gonna say this, but you're really, what this city needs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there will be actually nobody better than you to run this city. She
I think
said
she's
that
working
shit.
an
Do you think she's going against him, or you think she's actually cares for him?
I think she wants a piece of that hot ass, but I think she's working an angle.
Every
So
girl in the Arrowverse wants a piece of his hot ass.
That's
If
what I'm saying. But
she
I still think
definitely
she's
wants,
working an angle.
she wants the D, and then she's gonna like give him up.
Yep, think so.
She's gonna
That's-
hit it. She's gonna hit it and quit it.
Yep. I
Break
believe so.
Ollie's heart.
she's waiting for somebody to pet the cat, and then
Yep.
she's like, "All right, we got it."
I told you she's
And-
gonna hit it. She's gonna hit it and quit it. Break Ollie's heart, and then gone.
Because she has a month of silenceness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She's gonna get laid within that month, and then after that month, she's gonna go fucking guns a-blazing on Oliver.
Yep.
Yep. She's gonna
So-
fucking destroy his career.
Tom had brought up that every girl in the Arrowverse wants a piece of that ass. I
Yep.
would just like to add every girl in that Arrowverse and Mr. Terrific.
Right. Right.
But did you notice how Mr. Terrific in this episode got really snappy with him? Like after he had saved his ass, he's
Yeah,
like,
and he's
"It's
like, "Call me
for
Mr. Terrific."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be playing hard to get.
Well, that and you can't use. He used his real name in the field.
Yeah, that's
That's a rookie
big-
mistake done by Oliver.
But
Yep.
that kind of threw me off. And I don't actually blame anybody on his team now for thinking that the vigilante isn't bad.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Oliver did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's and, like he's just hunting down bank robbers. That's all we saw him taking out.
He's gonna
It's not
take.
like he was
he's killing.
fighting them bad.
He's killing people that are doing crimes not worth
Deserve
killing.
it.
Yeah.
Well, Zach just kind of cut out for me there. Oh, there we go. Now you're
Oh.
back.
Yeah, kind of like
That's
lagged out
fine.
on me there. I don't know if that was something on my end.
No
Damn
worries.
internets.
All right. Well, let's give this one a rating. Zach, rate it. What is it? What is it for you?
You know, we didn't see much of Prometheus. He seems to be the main antagonist for this season. We met a new villain, anti-hero, vigilante. We saw a couple flashbacks. So with the very little we saw of Prometheus, I'm gonna give it the what's the middle one? The Electron?
No, Zach,
No,
that is a
damn it.
neutron.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a
noob.
neutron. I'm fired again.
Noob.
Fourth time. Somebody better start keeping
Noob.
score.
Oh, I am
Alright.
keeping score. Don't you worry. You're gonna know your tally at the end of our season here.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Horrible.
yep. I'm gonna give it that.
All right, John.
I gave it a proton, and this is gonna sound really weird. I gave it a proton not because I liked the episode, but because the Artemis reveal at the end. I didn't like that she was working with Prometheus, but it was so crucial to the story. Like it's.
Like I said, 2 seconds of the episode will change the entire game.
Yeah, it changed the
It
whole
does.
game for real.
Because other than that, it was an Electron, honestly, like
Yeah.
from personal experience. But just that Artemis at the end,
I gave this one a higher up neutron.
really.
Yeah.
I would kind of say higher up neutron for me too.
Yeah,
It
higher up
seemed
neutron.
like it might have been
Uh,
a touch of filler.
Yeah, but other than that, a higher up neutron for sure.
Man,
Yeah.
I almost had a perfect week this week.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Uh,
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm moving on to Thursday. DC Legends episode 6, Outlaw
Legends.
Country. This was definitely one of my favorite episodes this week. I
This
was
one was
very happy
fun.
with it. I was very happy with it. We got okay, so I want to point out right now, we got Jonah Hexx's origin in this episode.
Yep.
All right, and the Jonah Hexx's main rival as well.
Mhm.
One of his main rogues, okay? Or one of the people out of his main rogues out of his rogues gallery. Very happy for that. But I also want to ask, what is this the amulet that's missing from the missing from history? What's the amulet? What's the amulet all about? What's the story behind that? What are you
See,
guys' thoughts?
That's my thing. I was really disappointed we didn't see they didn't even throw a 2-second clip at the end like they did with Arrow
Nothing.
this week. With nothing with Reverse Flash or
Just
Damien
leaving you-
Dark, nothing.
Leaving you
Yep,
hanging.
We're just completely left hanging.
We're
Yep.
we're out there just to speculate. So have you
Yep.
speculated? What's the amulet?
I have.
What is it, John?
I'm thinking the amulet I think we've actually talked about it before. I think it's just like a currency or a means to an end for Damien Dark to get what he actually wants. Like his end game is that idol, and this amulet is his way to do it.
Same,
It could be
like
another.
you're talking about that same thing with like the axe that he traded in that last episode in the 80s, right?
Yeah, like it's the same type of like
It could be
it's
like
a
another
it's a form
totem.
of currency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if Damien's searching for it, it might have some kind of magical effects. Um, my first point here is bad episode. Sarah didn't hook up with anybody.
No, it's that
Yep.
she's
Sarah
one
hasn't. We're waiting. She's waiting. They're waiting to
Yeah,
make her hook up with Alex, man, for sure.
I'll say it
I
didn't
do
make
like that
sense
idea.
to me because we actually had talked about this. I think it was like episode 1 of our podcast. We were trying to figure out how many episodes this season Sarah would hook up with somebody. Like, I mean, it's
Oh, yep,
something
that's
that's
my
pertinent, and she's
my
gone
first
through a
point.
dry spell. Like she
Yeah,
hasn't hooked up with
well,
anybody in a while.
she did take on Captain. She's probably got more responsibility on her plate and such. She's probably feeling the pressure of trying to lead the
Yep.
team and stuff. So
She's
getting
gonna
laid is
have to.
probably not exactly.
She's gonna need to get laid here soon, though, with all this
Oh yeah.
pressure that's gonna be on her.
Oh
So
yeah.
she's gonna, like I said, she's gonna totally rock Alex's world and fucking show her the
Tip her
new.
over and
Yep.
yeah, she's
Show
for
her
sure
the
gonna be like,
new
yep,
way.
I'm a lesbian.
Hell yeah, I agree. What did you think of Steel drawing out his Steel suit? The little cartoon drawing of the Steel in the Steel in his new suit.
I thought it
You-
was cute.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was funny.
Aw, you're a cute.
The
little
reveal
guy.
at the end of his suit was pretty
Oh,
cool.
I know though, right?
That
When we
was
saw that,
badass.
when we saw the real suit and like he made it out of the dwarf, it's like powered, or there's like uh what was it, dwarf star alloy powered parts of it and shit. Oh, it's so sweet.
No, I do have a quick question about that. When he pulled the dwarf star, like he saved a lot of it. He said,
Hmm.
did Ray actually confirm that he had built another Atom suit, or just that he could?
He could build
Yeah, he
a
could,
bunch
I
of them.
think.
He could build a bunch of them.
I wonder if we're gonna get like an Iron Man type Atom.
That would be pretty
Like, he
sweet.
built
He
the
has
different
like
types of
multiple
suits.
different types of suits. Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Like,
Oh man, that'd be
So
really cool.
I'm
Go ahead,
so I
Zach.
like to have information up. I usually try to pull up a wiki of the relevant stuff we're talking about. And I'm at the DC Legends wiki right now. It's the Wikipedia. I don't know how credible this is right now, but it has a list of the episodes that's supposed to be coming out in season 2. Episode 10 is named The Legion of Doom.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're only on episode 6, but
That'd be
episode 10 is
sweet.
named The Legion of Doom.
That'll be sweet.
So we'll see. We'll see. I know we were talking about that earlier this episode.
We also got the
I hope
first
they
look
do
at what?
I hope they do that in the crossover. But
That no, not the
that's
cross.
not-
They'll probably do a
Um,
crossover, but not this first one. They might do a second
cross-
crossover. Who knows?
Outlaw
But
Country.
that first look at
It's
the
called
clothes
Invasion.
making machine,
That was cool.
right? We
I
haven't
remember I was behind on the
we've
live
had a whole season of talking about the clothes making machine, and we never even saw it, and then we finally got to see hats being made. How cool was that shit?
That'd be pretty sweet.
I wasn't as appreciative of seeing the clothes being made as I was of Ray walking in and being like, "Yeah, I've been to the Old West. That's my hat."
Yeah. Ray had some priceless moments in this, dude. With the when he's chewing spit, and he's like, "What are you chewing tobacco?" Nah, Tootsie Roll.
He's such a dad, though. He
He's
really
a goof.
is.
I love
He
him.
is.
He's the best. I
the
love
rich
I
Boy
love him.
Scout.
He's a goof. I love him.
Yeah.
I liked how he didn't. Like, it almost felt like when you were a kid and like your parents were like, "Share that with your brother," and he's like, "No."
Yeah.
Like, that's what he was like with the Old West and Commander Steel.
Hell yeah.
I can kind of understand his resentments against Commander Steel though, because he made that steel power.
He's
for
Citizen
himself.
Steel. This one's Citizen
Citizen
Steel.
Steel. Sorry, he made that power for himself, and then on top of him giving that power to someone else, he lost his suit in the same episode. So I can understand him being a little salty right now.
Yeah. But I
say
mean,
that suit's
he's
what made
so
him a
smart.
superhero.
He's so smart. He can make whatever. And
He just
Cit-
needs the resources.
and Steel jacked a bunch of the Dwarf Star allies so he could make more.
Yep.
So now he's like,
Yep.
well, okay, it's okay now. We're even.
So, Dwarf Star alloy. So we already confirmed that Ray used it to build Steel's suit. But
Mhm.
when Steel got shot in the stomach with it, no suit, it just kind of went right.
It
It
went
was like a
right
normal
through
bullet
him.
going through a guy.
I
Yep.
know, isn't that crazy?
Like, it confused me though, because like,
So now
does
they
that mean
know.
if
Now people know how to take out Steel with Dwarf Star
Yep.
alloy coated bullets.
bullets, but it just went through like normal. Like there was no explosion like Dwarf
Yeah,
Star alloy
yeah.
fired on anything else does. So
Probably
is it
because
just
he's like he's a superhuman with that superhuman serum that was tweaked by Ray.
yeah? But like, does that mean like if you were to shoot Dwarf Star alloy into like a steel building, it wouldn't explode? It would just be like a normal bullet?
No, because it's not a steel. It's not like that's not the same kind of steel. He's like actually like a like a tweaked human, metahuman. Like you know how they created Captain America basically with that serum, or the same way the Hulk was created with the serum. It's the same concept, right?
Okay,
So yeah,
makes sense.
it's just his weakness, if you will,
Yeah.
is Dwarf Star
Just
alloy coated
kryptonite.
bullets. Yeah,
That's his lead.
that's his lead. That's his
Get it,
kryptonite.
lead bullets.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So do you think
Uh,
through this episode we saw Mick and Vixen have like they hated each other at the beginning and then at the end Vixen's like trying to like Vixen was like I have a lot of skills with beasts
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. So come over
Yeah.
here. I can
Just
show
don't
you how to
let the
tame that
beast out.
beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vixen. You think
Speaking of
Vixen is gonna
Heatwave, oh
tame
my
the beast of Heatwave? Huh? You think
no,
Maybe.
I
Vixen's
think
gonna tame
Vixen
that
has a thing
beast?
for bad boys.
I think she does.
I could see it.
You see it. She totally
can
has
see it.
developed a thing for bad boys
Oh
since
yeah,
Mick got in.
absolutely. Speaking of fucking Vix, his fucking facial expressions when he was talking with the bad guy they're sitting there having shots,
Oh
and he's
yeah,
going on
dude.
about how we're not supposed to be living in cages and stuff like that, and his face is just it cracked me
Oh, I
up.
love
Like
them.
he
Yeah,
was just in
dude.
such deep thought about it.
Great, great actor to be playing Heatwave. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely.
when he was talking to Vixen, I can't even remember what he said, but he's like, "Yeah, I know what that means."
Yeah.
Like,
Don't tell the
like I'm
crew.
not.
Don't tell
Yeah,
the
don't
crew.
tell. I'm not dumb.
Those
Like,
the Dwarf Star alloy bullets though were fucking exploding. After that, and he shot with the Dwarf Star alloy bullets. It was like shooting with the damn M203, the same thing Vigilante was shooting through the room. You know what I'm
Sarah's
saying?
got a whip with it now too.
Oh yeah, Sarah can
with
whip.
the Dwarf Star alloy whip
Sarah
doesn't
could
sound fun to me.
Sarah could use that whip anytime she wants to.
when she came in with that whip, that
I
was
don't think
pretty
he won that.
brutal.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know her pinpoint accuracy. She could probably be just about as accurate as a sniper rifle with that thing. And that thing explodes at anything it
Yeah,
touches.
dude, she's really good. She's really good with a gun. She's really good with a whip.
Yeah.
She's really good with a
So-
sword.
my thought just now on that, I was like, wait, Sarah with a whip. Imagine that in the bedroom.
Stop it, John.
I agree. I had that thought too. Don't worry. And I also thought that at the end when finally what Jonah was like okay with Sarah and was like finally a girl can I accept you as a you're a good captain, blah blah blah. And Sarah gave that look to Jonah as he was walking away. I was like, oh shit, does she want to try that? Like she had that kind of look in her eye that she wanted to kind of try that.
See, I don't think she's full on. I think she just kind of does.
Yeah, I
whatever
know.
feels
She
right,
she
you know
does
what
her
I
own.
mean?
She likes whatever. She likes men and girls.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was fucking Oliver.
That and she kissed Snart,
True.
Yeah, and she made out with Snark for sure.
Yep, for sure.
which so I've talked a lot about the previews already, but with the previews, this actually wasn't a preview that I saw. It was a commercial for Legends, and I was watching Supergirl this week, Monday, and the Supergirl for Legends came on, and about halfway through it, you saw Rip Hunter, but it wasn't any Rip. He was like dressed up in that like navy uniform or something like that. It wasn't a Rip Hunter we've seen so far, so we're gonna see him again this season. Like,
Hell yeah, we have to get Rip
Isn't-
back.
Yeah.
But does that mean that we might get Snart back too?
I hope so, man. I miss Snark.
If they, well, see, like I was just saying with the Legion of Doom episode that I found on the wiki, like I said, don't know how credible it is. Snark is part of Legion of Doom, so they're gonna have to find a way to bring him back.
They don't
I
have to
wonder-
have him.
Captain
wonder if
Cold
they
is one of
don't-
the staple members in the Legion of Doom, though.
Yeah, I know, but they
But,
don't
like,
have
wonder-
to have him.
Yeah, they don't have to have him, but come on, he's honestly he's one of my favorite characters in this universe.
Yeah.
He really is.
He is.
I
He's
could
a really
see him
good
doing
character,
something
but-
like not bringing him back to Legends though, and just making him a villain for that episode
Yeah,
in the Legion of Doom. Like that might happen. Who knows?
it's very true. So what's going on with Professor Stein?
So, Zach, your mic's muted still. Yep, he forgot. Called
Yep,
it.
there's time.
Fired.
Already. God
4.
damn it.
4.
No, this is 5 now, Tom.
5. You're
missing
fired.
count.
5.
Shit, yes.
God damn
Guys,
it.
Stop. You don't
Such-
need to
you're
keep
like the
count. I'm
worst-
keeping count.
Worst co-host of all time.
This is my first one. You have to cut me some slack. I'll get better. I promise. No, but as I was saying, he's having the visions of the woman he's in love with. So I like John's idea. Maybe he has a daughter now. Maybe this isn't a wife. You
I was
know,
gonna say,
because
he
they
never
haven't. Go ahead.
he never said he was in love with her. He said
Yeah.
he loved her.
He's pretty sure he loved her. Well, and they haven't specified that he's forgetting about his wife. He's just gaining these new memories. He's not. They haven't shown him forgetting his wife. They're not like writing over his memories or anything.
Okay. Okay.
But that's the exact same way Barry was acting in the first episode of The Flash. Every time his memories were being altered, is like it would be like eagle-eyed vision, and he'd fall to the
Mhm.
ground in pain for a second. So the timeline's altering in some way. There's some kind
Now,
of phenomenon happening.
Why is the timeline altering?
Flashpoints? Is it the Legends' fault?
And it
There's
could be the
many
Legends.
things.
Yeah.
They don't have the Time Masters anymore to check what
Yep.
the aberrations are going to turn into. So it could be
Yeah,
the
they're-
Legends change.
All they're doing is checking books, and they're making Steele check it all because he was a historian.
Yep.
He's so butthurt about that too. He's
Yeah,
like,
he
I
is.
thought I would be more.
want to be a librarian anymore. I don't want to be in the library.
Oh, and I mean, there was one point in the episode this week where he comes up. He's like, "This book is completely different from what I
Yep.
remember reading it as." So
Yep.
they're fucking some shit up. See, what I don't get is how they can go through time and change all this shit, but then Barry goes through time and he goes back and try to rewrite it, but everything's different. Jay
No.
from the other universe, the Flash, he explains when you go through and mess with time, it's like breaking a cup of tea. You can't ever, or like
Yep.
a teacup, you can't ever put it back together. So why doesn't the same thing affect the Legends? How come when they're going through time, changing everything, this isn't affecting it?
Here's my theory on that. Since they're Time Masters, or at least they were Time Masters at one point, pretty much.
They are the time
They-
masters now, basically.
Now,
They-
yeah.
They
Only
are
one's
the Time
acting
Masters
as it.
now. So they can see what effects that the things that they change are going to have when they get back on the ship. So they can easily go back out and be like, all right, wait, we're still not done here. When Barry changes the past, though, he goes back, saves his mom. He's
Yeah, he
like, "Oh,
does it-
wait,
He lives
this
his
is what I
whole
want."
life.
Yeah, he does it
And then
very
go back.
primitively.
So like
True,
he's not
true.
able to like see the repercussions until he's already lived them.
I don't know. I still just
Touche.
it just still seems weird that they hinder the Flash with that rule, but then these guys can just fly through time and space like it's nothing. That those same rules don't apply to them. But I can kind of see what you're saying though, John. That does make sense. If they mess something up, they can immediately just go, oh well, reset button, go right back to that point and fix it, kind of thing.
See,
All right.
that's
Like-
like,
What?
go
Go.
ahead. Go ahead,
Oh,
Tom.
Zach.
Zach.
I was
John.
gonna say they have Gideon to kind of everybody talk. They have Gideon to kind of tell them, hey, you screwed this up, so
Oh,
Fix
yeah.
it.
All right, John.
I was just gonna say donkey. That's everybody was saying names. I felt left out.
All right, so the tracker at the very beginning of the episode that the random dude that died right away had, that tracker for the Dwarf Star alloy?
No, was
They
he a
found-
time pirate? Or
No,
was he
that was a guy who randomly found a tracker, I think, But where the hell
That's
did
what
he
I
get the
thought.
tracker from? They think he
That was
got
my
it.
question.
They just blew it
He
off. They
looked
blew it off real quick
dressed.
like, oh, he probably got it from a time pirate. But I think there's got to be more to that.
I
He
think
was
Thawne
oddly
dropped it
dressed
off
for that
to
time.
him.
Yeah,
Dawn?
that could have been something.
Yeah, could have been just dropped off real quick to try to fuck with time.
Yeah, Thawne loves doing that.
Yeah, he does, don't he?
He was oddly dressed. I don't think he was meant to be in
No,
that
he was wearing
timeline.
some of the same stuff.
He had like a leather jacket and like jeans on. He was wearing like belts with like ammo and shit on them. He was not
Yeah, but so
really.
was the other
He
guy.
didn't seem that way to me.
Yeah, so was the other guy.
Yeah, but they all had overcoats and cowboy hats and boots and spurs. He didn't have any of that.
Wow. I don't know. I think he was dressed for the occasion.
Either way, they shot him real quick. They found that tracker in the mines though when they found the dwarf star alloy though, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they found the
I think
tracker
that guy
again.
he was looking for dwarf star alloy.
He was. That's what the tracker was for, is tracking dwarf star alloy. I'm asking, where did he get that tracker?
Yeah. So somebody else somewhere is also looking for dwarf star alloy.
No, I think somebody else somewhere gave him the ability to find dwarf star alloy before he was supposed to, before time was allowing it. So they can fuck with time and have the dwarf star alloy in a different time.
That might have been the anomaly that made them go to that timeline too.
That's
It
exactly
probably
what
was.
that is
What it
exactly
was.
what the anomaly was.
I have my third crazy theory for the day.
Go for it.
So, you know how in the last episode, Thawne and Dark went back in time together?
Okay.
So, I was trying to think to myself this week, what does this episode have to do with
That
anything in the DC universe? Or
other
in the
than
Arrowverse,
talking about Jonah Hex?
other than Jonah Hex. And I was thinking, well, wait a minute. They never really explained what the anomaly was. And last season they just kind of showed Thawne, or last episode they just kind of showed Thawne and Dark going back in time. They never said where they went. I think Thawne and Dark dropped off that tracker as a distraction to do something else.
I think Thawne
Let's
and
find out
Dark
next
dropped
episode.
off that tracker so that they could have Dwarf Star Alloy exposed to them in a future that they wanted exposed to them at. And that's why they dropped it off so far back in time.
So that's just it. They didn't explain it and then when we do the crossover, this is all going to come into play.
Yep. Speaking of which, when right at the end they were like, "Hey, our friends in 2016 need our help," and then they ended. So they're obviously going to be going to 2016 next.
Yeah, that's well also on the wiki here. Again, spoilers. I think that the episode we just watched is the one leading up to the crossover one because the next episode on the list is the invasion.
That's what I
And
said.
if we're not going to be getting one next week though.
That's basically.
Sorry, I'm a little tipsy.
That's basically
I'm
what
tipsy.
I
I'm
said.
zoning out here.
It's all right.
By the way, Tom,
Yeah. You're
I've
done.
half a bottle of wine.
Bottle.
He killed it. He killed it.
You
All
killed
right.
the whole bottle of wine.
Yes,
Awesome.
one podcast will last me a bottle of wine. We have figured out the
Founded
menu.
it out. Founded it out.
Shit, dude.
All right.
I still got half.
What's the rating you guys got on this motherfucker?
It was a really good episode. Really, really good episode. I'll give it a proton. It was filler. It wasn't, like I said, there was nothing to do with Eobard or Damien. That kind of disappointed me. But other than that, solid episode. Oh, and Sarah didn't hook up with anybody. That too. My only disappointments for it.
I got two for you here, Tom. So
All right.
before, I just thought of that crazy theory with like Thawne going back in time and giving the Dwarf Star Alloy, all that nonsense. I gave it a neutron because I couldn't see anything to connect it to this season. And then I saw that and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, this is a secret proton.
Yeah, secret proton. I gave it a proton, man. I had it at a proton all the way through. Honestly, I am I am thinking that I'm loving the Jonah Hex origin. I am,
Yeah.
it's great. Jonah Hex was one of my favorites because of just the fact that he's just the crazy outlaw, and you got to go back to the old west with Jonah Hex. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's
Well,
always fun to go back to DC
oh yeah.
Comics Old West.
Yep. Well, and I like how they touched base with the story that they had started in the first one. They didn't just, well, that happened, we're never going back to it. They actually did brief on it again and, kind of went back with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened.
So after we all give it a what? We all give it a proton?
I gave it
Yeah,
a
I gave
neutron.
it a proton.
You gave it a neutron? I thought you said give it a sacred proton.
Secret proton.
Secret
proton.
proton. Secret
I
proton.
forgot.
Actually a neutron. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was actually a neutron. Secret proton.
Actually a neutron. Okay. I give this one a proton. It's totally a proton. I loved it. Loved the Jonah Hex origin. Loved everything. It was great.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
Oh
No,
no, I think
I
this
think we
week
covered
I'm
everything pretty thoroughly.
pretty upset we're not getting half of our content next week.
Oh, I
but
know. So
so excited.
next week for some makeup content, you guys want to read a comic book and review that?
That, or we could do like Vixen or Constantine.
Ooh, Vixen. Vixen would be good, or a couple episodes of Constantine even.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll figure
We
something
could do
out.
Young Justice. I know you discussed something about that.
We'll have some more content definitely.
Yeah, something to fill the space.
If you want to get a hold of us, you could go to our website, theparticleaccelerator.com. There is any way to get hold of us there. You can find us on Twitter at the part excel pod cast something.
T.
Yeah.
Weird name.
You can find us on Facebook, Particle Accelerator Podcast, Facebook / Particle Accelerator Podcast. We're on SoundCloud. We're pretty much anywhere you can find social media. We're on there. You could find us on Amazon and Google Play, some of our main places you'd be able to find us. And yeah, that's pretty much it for you guys. So until next communion.